Hello, and this is no, it's me, it's Squaggle. It's been quite a long time. It's been ages since I've casted a game or casted. Oh dear, we're getting into grammar, and we've only been like going for what's this 5 seconds. Anyway, so I've got a game here that was pointed out to me in the Casters and Co clan forum by Logica. Good game that he's said, yeah, cast this. The general's gentlemen have been quite busy, and they said they were going to get around to it, completely forgot about it, and I'm like, right, I'm doing it. So I haven't done any games in quite a while. Might be doing some streaming of some tournament games in the Game Ranger event or something like that. Let's close that, it's really distracting. Awesome. So I might be doing some streaming, and what better to do than cast a good old 1.04 game. It's China Mirror. I'm a complete noob, and I didn't see the armies to start with, so we've got Infantry General. Rage, why did you take random? You annoying person. But anyway, so we've got Rage as the unknown China general, and we've got Firestorm, who I believe is Shock and Awe, or is it Logica? I don't know my players anymore. I really haven't been paying attention to anybody's player names in forever. Excuse me. And yes, I have been ill. I was absolutely terribly ill last weekend, but all's good now. Get home from work and cast in 0 hour. It's quite exciting actually, isn't it? So I think my Australian accent at the start was terrible. I can't do an Australian accent, and my impression of Zezen, I'm just godlike at that because I do it in the shower all the time. But anyway, so we can see Rage here is going for his left supply, and with a rocket trooper, it's like, oh no, let's get away! And I feel like I've cast this game previously, because I think I remember this in fact. But so we're sending a dozer out here to possibly capture. Oh, he's not going to be getting those. But is this even the right game? Oh, this could be. Yeah, must be. I'm not. Alright, I'm just going for it. So we've got a bunker here. Going to be firing on this little minigunner. Going to be walking through the center of the map, and then the RPG trooper's like, hell no, I'm getting away. But we've got a Gatling tank here to deal with it. But oh, there's an outpost coming from our infantry general. We've worked out that Rage is in fact tank general, because he does have the upgrades for his units. Sneaky dragon tank here, while this outpost is going to be killing the barracks. And that tank hunter's going to have absolutely no chance against all those minigunners and rocket troopers in there. We do have this supply going down, so really nice harassment here from Rage. But now he does have to deal with this outpost. He's got an outpost of his own, but remember, infantry general outposts have more rockets in them, and seem to be, well, yeah. Well, that's the end of that outpost. But he still has these tank hunters, so he's going to be able to do, or use these to deal with this outpost because of course outpost. Oh, I missed that. I'm sorry. Newbie Squaggle already seeing that supply go down with a dragon tank. But as I was going to say, outposts are super squishy, as we all know, to missiles, so they go down with probably about 3 or 4 missile strikes. You know, shots from a missile. Anyway, so we've got a sneaky dragon tank, like big use of dragon tanks throughout this game so far. That one does go down before it can take out the outpost. He was moving it towards the outpost, so hopefully the splash damage from the RPG troops was going to take it down, but that wasn't successful. And Firestorm's going to be keeping up his units, so I'm going to have to call him Firestorm because frankly I haven't a clue who he is. But we do have a Gatling tank here which is going to spot this dragon tank, but there really isn't much that can deal with this dragon tank as of now, as rockets and Gatlings don't really do much damage to them. But we can see Firestorm's going for 1 war factory and 1 barrack so far, and he's probably going to be trying to rebuild his supply here, whereas Rage, as action is approaching, outpost will be taking down that dragon tank. Nicely done, along with a Gatling tank with a bit of support fire from the rear. Sneaky dragon tank here, but we can see Rage is going for a 2 war factory. He's getting up his war factory here, 2nd war factory up here in fact. 3 bunkers. It's some hawky bunker strategy right now with China. But what's happening over here? So just some outpost battles. Rage losing another outpost, while this Bunker goes down along with the supply trucks. Gatling tank will finish off that dragon tank, nicely done. But we can see now Firestorm is bunkering up himself at his second supply, which is so vulnerable on this map, North America. But so some just early harassment on these vulnerable supplies so far that we've seen. No huge intense battles, nothing game deciding. But all of this is going to lead up, or is they're attempting to whittle down the economy of each player. Get some good harassment down, so on the back of it they can go up to propaganda center or something like that. But apparently they're not going to do that yet. They're just going to stick with their war factories, while we see some RPG troops going to be taking down that troop crawler. And of course those Red Guard are all out. Nicely done there from Firestorm, just taking down the 2 vehicles. But he has nothing to do with the infantry right now. But as I say that, there is a dragon tank approaching. Meanwhile, 2 dragon tanks trying to flame through the supplies here. Be interested to see if that does go down. We can see, oh, Red Guard, he's gonna die. But he died for his cause, he died for China. My life for China. Hang on, that's my life for Aya, that's StarCraft. My bad. But you can see these dragon tanks did actually take down this supply, or maybe it was sold. Not too sure. My map awareness these days is absolutely awful. But we do see plane or something. I'll tend to that in a minute. But we do see these 2 outposts going towards this war factory, going to be trying to take it down. Is anything coming out? Nah, not even going to have a chance. That should be down beforehand. Oh, an outpost does go down, but he's just going to get absolutely obliterated right there. Meanwhile, these dragon tanks are just flaming supplies. That's just like that's typical, like, yeah. I was going to say typical America, but it's not typical America because we don't have America in this game. So yeah, so this is like really politically dodgy right here. We've got China across the entire of America, and they're flaming America's supplies. That could be, there could be some uproar from Americans about that one. We shall see in the comments. But for now, we're just gonna see dragon tanks, like, and this is like a Chinese civil war in the middle of the United States. How awesome would that be? But anyway, we see these tank hunters trying to get onto these outposts, but the outposts are like, no, I'm getting behind these mountains over here. Which is, well, this would be the San Andreas fault line, wouldn't it? All down here. But anyway, no, it'd be more. Oh, whatever. I'm terrible at geography. But anyway, so more harassment, going to be taking down that war factory. We see Rage is like right up the corner now, and going to be building a propaganda center and a power supply. He did, of course, take this landing drop zone thingy majigga bobber, which that plane did come from. He should really do something with these dragon tanks, maybe, because they have been sat there for quite. Here we go. See, even in replays, players listen to me because I am just awesome like that. We've got Rage capturing the oil to get cheaper units, while Firestorm is trying to make some attempt of aggression on this like expansion, which is heavily bunkered. We've got an ECM tank there, just deflecting all of those missiles. Gatling tanks are tearing through all of those missile tank hunters, in fact. But one Gatling tank does go down. Oh, he got the second Gatling tank as well. So units for Rage destroyed, which is a bit of a problem for him right now, as he doesn't seem to have a war factory. Yeah, so he has no production except from these drop zones, but he did defend off that attack. We do see Firestorm going in here with his tank hunters attempting to do something, and he also spots these dragon tanks on the flank, so he's going to go and deal with those now with these really strong outposts. I think that's actually got a couple more missile defenders in it than what comes with it. Tank hunters, in fact. Oh, it's been so long. I get all my units mixed up now. They've got this dragon tank trying to run away. He's like, no, please, run. And then he's like, oh, I'm a man, and dies. So he died a manly death. He turned and fought like a man instead of just running away like a little girl. We do see that Lotus is now going to be capturing this oil for Firestorm. Meanwhile, Rage already took his with a Red Guard. And sneaky Red Guard out here, which is the outpost now, spots. And then he's going to go and see that this repair dock thing has been captured already. And he's rebunkering up his secondary supply. So the important thing here is Rage is on 2 supplies. He had his oil earlier. He's got his drop zone here. He he only had this for a little bit, so I don't think that really had much effect. So Firestorm had a very strong point, or a very strong position in this game, but Rage managed to keep on 2 supplies for the entire time, despite losing all of his production. So Rage economically is now probably like quite far ahead, but we do see that Firestorm is going around the map with this outpost, going to be destroying these capturable buildings here. So, he has this oil refinery here. So in fact he does have these cheap units, which we can see here. He's now getting Overlord tanks out on the map, along with a couple of Battle Masters and Dragon Tank and ECMs. So if Rage can build up his army without taking too much harassment, he can be a real problem for Infantry General, because Infantry General's main damage against tanks is tank hunters, like the super duper tank hunters that Infantry General does get. And then Tank General's just like, hey, I'm going to get a couple of Overlords with Gatling upgrades and ECMs and just do a lot, like kill everything. But we do see Firestorm is going into like this expansion base of Rage. It could be like his main base because he does have his command center here now. But Rage is just going to sell his supply, making sure not to lose too much money for that. And he's probably just going to rebuild it, in fact, as he sends over these units to support the area. So quite a good game so far. We can see Firestorm has lots and lots of damage potential. I'm talking League of Legends now, god damn it. But yeah, really Firestorm has quite squishy units that aren't really able to take much damage but can output a lot of damage, whereas Rage has more of a solid army, but not to all of these tank hunters. Those tank hunters are called tank hunters for a reason. They tear through those tanks so fast. I'm getting a text message. I'm gonna absolutely ignore that one, because this is far more important right now, as those 2 poor Chinese tank hunters do die. Do have some red guard here, which is going to scare all of these tank hunters away. Look, they're like, oh my god, run, 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 run. But then there are some red guard, but Gatling tanks on that Gatling upgrade on that Overlord tank going to be doing some just whipping through those infantry right there. So nicely done from Rage, just holding off Firestorm's forces until he has the forces to deal with those that Firestorm has. Firestorm sneaking in a couple of outposts here. Going to be unloading all of those. Probably wants to take out this bunker. Of course, the missile men in the bunker don't do as much damage to the infantry as what they do to the outpost. But we can see here, Rage has quite formidable forces in the center of the map. And we do have an artillery barrage. I didn't actually hear that. That's going to be going across the map. And he's going to be using his truck. Nice split move there. Saves all of those infantry. Great unit control there from Firestorm. Good to see. Let's see where this artillery is going. Probably going to be taking out this oil derrick. Oh, surviving on 1 health. Very unfortunate there for Rage. Maybe Firestorm will go and repair that soon. But he's probably more focused on taking down this command center. So Rage has no more generals promotions. Doesn't want to sneak it. Double promoted auto-loader Battlemaster drop in the back of his base at any point right now, as he could lose quite a lot to that. But right now we do see this 2-star Overlord going to be just obliterating buildings, doing what Overlords do best, lots and lots of damage. That Dragon Tank did in fact go down. So good back and forth action so far. Oh, the carpet bombs did actually take out that Overlord. Nice hit there from Firestorm. And we've got these outposts still trying to do some work, trying to harass while he's defending against these. Rage beaconing that minefield so he knows where it is. Outpost going to be taking down that flamer, going to be selling that bunker, in fact, as there was nothing in there. I saw 2 Lotus earlier, or Lotuses. Loti, that's great. There's one. So one's gone down. I'm not, that was obviously Rage's. I don't know if Firestorm still has his or not. But now, got ECM firing on ECM. Oh, it just gets away, so it's a silver ECM now. Shiny a little bit. But they're lining up. They're preparing for battle. Rage is going to force Firestorm to do something about it here by engaging on that command center. ECM going to be disabling that outpost right now. 2 outposts on the side here. Something, Migs took down something. Outposts being fired on by Migs here, but he doesn't have black napalm yet. He's just going to be trying to defend this off with the Migs, but of course outposts can just fire on the Migs while they're reloading. Rage does seem to be able to take out this command center though. He has a very good position here, a very small choke for Firestorm to attempt to squeeze any units down. Nice, straight up disabling that dragon tank so he didn't take out all of this infantry. This Red Guards are so good in large groups. That airfield did in fact go down to these 2 outposts here. But Red Guard do so much, like a surprising, unexpected amount of damage in groups. And they're really nice just to thicken out your army with China. Something for tanks to get distracted on. And RPGs and all that stuff. Dozer in fact does go down. Problem maybe his last Dozer. But he does have his command center still. So Bunker hit. Gonna be able to take down these outposts. And pulling all of his units back to deal with this. Gatling tank. Oh, it just got 2-star and then died. Nice switch of target firing there from Firestorm, making sure not to lose those tank hunters for free. We do see Firestorm is actually collecting from this supply here, like super long distance collection from those supply trucks, but it makes sense as they do not have any other supplies here to collect right now. We also do see that this oil derrick is still alive. Maybe he's gonna forget to repair that, or maybe Rage is gonna just think, oh, it's gone, so I don't have to worry about that. He does of course still have his, and he does of course still have this oil refinery, which is so important, as we do see that the propaganda center's gonna be sold, but for absolutely nothing, as this carpet bomb is going to be attempting and failing to take down the oil derrick. So both players using most of their general's promotions so far on taking down these capturable buildings, which do actually have a massive role to play in any game that they are featured, or on any map that they are featured on. And Rage is going to be now trying to take collection at this secondary supply of Firestorm. So that's one thing that North America map's really good at. If as the game draws on, like sometimes games are really quick because the map is so open and the secondary supply is so exposed. But then in games like this where it goes on and each player successfully defends stuff, you get really nice like mix-ups of players going across map and north to south and east to west. Great stuff. Sorry about that. And we do see now we've got some what are these called? Inferno cannons, aren't they? Got an Inferno cannon mixed in here. That's probably going to deal with all this army. What's this? Is this a mine drop? Oh, that could have been a really well placed mine drop, but unfortunately he couldn't get Rage to in the correct position, and Rage is just going to take that out now, killing one of his own men. Friendly fire, taking down that ECM before it can be of any use, but he needs to deal with this Inferno cannon before he... Nah, I don't think it's actually going to be much of a problem, as he does lose a lot of his infantry, however, to this Inferno cannon and those minigunners. And we do see he's having to back out, as he simply only has like one infantry killing unit right now with that Overlord tank with the Gatling Tower upgrade. So he's just going to have to back out. But now Firestorm's going to continue to be aggressive and taking down an empty bunker, which is going to lead to him losing one of his full outposts, or semi-full outposts. Not too sure exactly how much was in there. But now this outpost is just going to whip through all of these supply trucks. Nicely done. He does have a random bunker here. Be interesting to see what use that's going to be in the late game. He is rebuilding his war factory, I guess. Rage took that out with an artillery strike or something. Like I said before, I haven't done a cast or played much 0 Hour or even like any RPG in so long that my map awareness... RPG? What the heck am I talking? RTS. In such a long time that my map awareness is terrible. We do see another artillery strike. I always click on the map to like expect to watch it fly over the map and then realise, oh, it's an artillery strike. So this is probably going to go down on this oil derrick here. Going to take that out. while Rage does have the mobile force advantage, but he might lose a lot of these red. In fact, no, he's not gonna. Yeah, he's gonna lose a few of those red guard just to kill that bunker. Whereas he could have just maybe walked straight into his base. I'm not too sure. Maybe he's worried for this outpost, because the trouble with Tank General is if he moves this army into Firestorm's base, Firestorm's just going to be like, hey, I've got a full outpost and I'm just going to go through his base and wreak havoc. Or reap havoc, or whatever the phrase is. So you see, like, we've got an entire army after this outpost and it's like, whoa, I'm going to run. And it's like a badass movie scene with all of these tank hunters firing their rockets out of the back of the outpost. Great, great stuff. It's like Expendables style. But so Rage is in a very defensive stance, if you like, of standing back, having to defend his base, because Firestorm, okay, China infantry isn't very mobile unless they're going helix or something like that. But China in general is a very immobile army. But infantry is incredibly mobile in comparison to tank, because all of tank's units are so slow. So Rage has to be really careful about his army positioning, where he sends his army, because Firestorm can just flank him. We do see that this oil derrick is going to have captured so much money for Firestorm so far, probably keeping him in the game as he is on no supplies. We do see a bomb from this tank hunter, going to be doing absolutely no damage, well, a little bit of damage to that propaganda. You do see the outpost going around the back of that barracks, going to be taking that down, going to be firing on this command center. Of course, Rage has no dozers, so what can he do? Oh, he does have a dozer. He's building a command center in the center of America. He's saying, I am China, I'm going to conquer America, USA will be mine, in Mandarin. Of course, not in a British boy's accent like you get from me. We do have another plane flying across. Going to be coming up from the North Pole here. Santa has a delivery. It is almost Christmas time. What is Santa bringing for old dear Rage here? We shall see in a moment. Oh, that power's going to go down as he has actually sold it. What did he deliver? I don't think he delivered anything. Oh, it's probably a mine drop over here or something. Setting up base defense. Probably a really good idea, in fact, as he knows that he just needs to deal with this army right now, as Rage pretty much doesn't have much. He does have enough money to build a building, but he doesn't have enough to build a supply and power. And of course he needs the power to build a supply. The carpet bomber's going to be bombing those mountains. He's like, I'm going to conquer America, but I don't want these mountains here. But of course they are still there, unfortunately for him. We do have an artillery strike. What's this going to be going on? We shall soon see. If it goes on that war factory, that's going to prevent all outposts and Dragon tanks from being destroyed, from being produced. That of course does go down to the 3-star artillery strike, and we've got a nice minigunner drop here. Going to be preparing to take out Rage, but Rage is in the middle of America right now. He needs to defend his command center some way or another. Oh, this is terrible. So we've got an outpost here going down to a couple of RPGs, but oh okay, he's just going to be killing those right now, and this is going to be the last stand for Rage. But Rage's army is going the wrong way, and he's in the bottom. He's got a power built. Nicely done here from Rage. Now, can he get into the base of Firestorm and destroy anything? This we will soon see. Oh, the hacker's gonna try and disable the Overlord, but just gave the Overlord promotions instead. Gonna be destroying the barracks. I think that is the only production. Yep, that's the only production building remaining for Firestorm. And now using this ECM and this Overlord. Oh no, not gonna happen. This ECM needs to protect the Overlord. All he has to do is kill the Overlord, and I think it's GG. The Overlord is staying strong. The ECM is deflecting everything right now, going through all of those red guard, but the RPGs are just too strong. Oh, and the Overlord and the ECM go down. We do have two tank hunters and a battle master left for Rage. Oh, and two red guard. So, okay, those red those red guard just, yeah. I was like, and the oh, maybe not. Carpet bomber missing. Can this battle master and RPGs and these RPGs? Where did he get this money from? Oh, Rage. Rage. How are you doing this? Is he gonna win? He's taking down the command center of Firestorm. Firestorm's main abilities are on cooldown, so it's not gonna mean much right now, but he needs to deal with it so in the future Firestorm has no more generals promotions while he does. Nicely done there. Hang on 1 second. Oh dearie dear. Doing a cast when I'm still recovering from being ill was not a good idea. But oh well, it's good practice. And it's nice to put out a video. Oh, this is going to be a mine drop here. Gonna be beaconed. Nicely done there from Rage. But this red guard's going to take down one tank hunter. Meanwhile, this tank hunter and battle master here are going to continue firing. Battle master's going to be kiting, going to be doing that stutter step. Oh wait, still not StarCraft. God damn it. Oh, and the mines. But of course he won't die until he moves. So taking down that command center, Hero Battle Master will die a very honorable death for his country, for the cause. But now, what does Rage has? Nothing. Okie dokie. So Firestorm does have RPGs here, which are just gonna make their way across the map somehow to find the remaining building of Rage. Could you just imagine the shock and horror for Firestorm if he was just scrolling, fog of war lifted, nuclear missile, command center, war factory, huge army. Nah, pardon me, not gonna happen. But it's more gonna be oh, there's his last building. Kill. But Rage is trying to get this dozer up to the top side of the map to seek out and see if he can find the remaining building, because he's probably thinking at this point, well, if I can get that clutch artillery strike and carpet bomb, it's GG. But we do have Firestorm going to be building a command center right in the top left corner of America. I'm not too sure what's up here in the real. I think this is Canada, isn't it? Like, this area is Canada, and then you have Alaska somewhere. I really don't know. I'm terrible at geography. But it's just gonna. Oh, there's an outpost as well. Where did he get that from? Maybe he found that like across the map somewhere. So bringing all of his infantry along with this outpost, gonna be seeking out these last two buildings, and hopefully, I say hopefully, we should see the end of this game at some point, because I really don't think Rage is going to be able to take out these final buildings with just general's powers. He can take out the barracks, he can take out the power, but a command center's got so much damage that I think you need like 2.5 general's abilities to do anything about that. Finally killed that oil derrick, which was probably one of the major. When he saw that, he must have facepalmed. He's like, damn, because that oil derrick brought in so much money for Firestorm in this game. But we do have this outpost going to be killing the very last building of Rage here, unless he's got something else up, but obviously not. Firestorm is the victor of this one, and my throat is the victor of this cast. But yeah, it's a really nice game. Firestorm just put on. Oh, yeah, but this is the thing too. Rage had so much more supplies collected, but Firestorm just kept on that really good harassment with the outpost and stuff, keeping Rage's army size down. to only one Emperor Overlord at a time. So Rage couldn't build up that formidable, slow, moving like cloud of annihilation, which is like just a whole bunch of tanks, ECMs, and all that great stuff. So well played from Firestorm. I seriously apologize. I can't remember who you are. So embarrassing. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the cast, and I'll see you guys next time.